How can we evaluate the electrostatic potential due to a ring on its axis? Let us see. Let us solve those derivations. We are going to evaluate electrostatic potential at a point due to a uniformly charged ring. For this derivation, let us consider a ring with uniformly charged and having uniformly charged density. The point P, the point of observation, having distance r from the center of the ring, and A, the radius of the ring. So, first of all, let us mention the consideration. Consider a ring with uniform charge density and has radius equal to A, distance of point of observation from center is equal to small r, and the linear charge density is equal to lambda. Since the charge is distributed uniformly throughout the length of conductor, throughout the length of the ring, so we shall just assume an elementary part of the ring, that is dx. So let us assume elementary part of ring is equal to dx. As we all know, the charge is uniformly distributed throughout the ring, so we can easily evaluate the charge possessed by this elementary part. So charge possessed by elementary part is equal to dq, and that can be written as lambda into dx. Now electric potential at P due to elementary part is dV is equal to dq upon 4 pi epsilon naught this distance would be r square plus a square. So dV will be equal to dq upon 4 pi epsilon naught square root of r square plus a square. Since the ring is symmetric and the distance of point of observation from every elementary part of the ring will remain same, and it will be equal to square root of r square plus a square. since this distance is constant. So now for the entire ring we can evaluate, or we can just mention it as for whole ring electrostatic potential at P is, we have to integrate this part, V is equal to dq upon 4 pi epsilon naught for the dq you can mention lambda into dx. So this will give lambda into dx upon 4 pi epsilon naught square root of r square plus a square. We can have the integral limits, since the minimum value of x can be 0 and the maximum value of the x can be the circumference of the ring. Therefore, the electric potential can be integrated from 0 to 2 pi a, that is the circumference of the ring. So whatever it is, there is constant, we can take it out. And after integration we can get lambda upon 4 pi epsilon naught square root of r square plus a square, 0 to 2 pi a, or v is equal to, using the limits we can get v is equal to lambda into 2 pi a upon 4 pi epsilon naught I hope this derivation must be very clear to you. We can do one more thing here. Since lambda is the uniformly charged density and 2 pi a is the circumference, so the lambda into 2 pi a would give the entire charge on the ring. So it can also be written as V equal to q upon 4 pi epsilon naught square root of r square plus a square. I hope this derivation must have been very clear to you, every one of you. Since we have proved, since for ring V at P, the electrostatic potential at P is equal to q upon 4 pi epsilon naught square root of r square plus a square. If we talk about at far point, the point of observation is too much large as comparable to radius. Therefore, the electrostatic potential would be q upon 4 pi epsilon naught r. That is, it looks as the entire charge is located at the center of the ring, or it is same as the electrostatic potential due to a point charge. So we can directly say that at far point the ring behaves as a point charge. रिंग हमारा पॉइंट चार्ज की तरह बिहेव करती है. सो दिस इंप्लाइज Ring behaves as a point charge for distant point. Now one more thing, at center of ring, R becomes 0, therefore electric potential is V center, and it will be equal to Q upon 4 pi epsilon naught A, where A is the radius of the ring.